Well, good morning, my friends. This is Amy coming to you live. It is not 8:45. It's more like 8:49 when I checked. So, welcome. I was able to give you a few minutes notice. So just grab your cup of coffee. I was going to say cup of joe, cup of tea, whatever you got going this morning. And hope you can have a few minutes to sit down and join me. Coming to you live from the Front Porch Studio. So there are many bugs, many birds, only one dog on the porch. Miss Maggie is joining us. And I will give that disclaimer that if anyone walks by or drives up or gets too close to our yard, she's going to have to tell me about it. So she'll go ahead and tell me about it. So that's always fun. So how are you? How are you doing? I sincerely want to know. People, we've got some mental, how you say, wars, struggles going on right now. So, yeah, how you doing? I see a heart. I hope that means you're doing good, doing well. So, here's to you. Good morning, ladies. Welcome aboard. This is, of course, I have a message into somebody and they're supposed to call me back and they call right now. That's okay. I'm talking with you right now. I will get back with them. That's fine. So yeah, I realize that this is one-sided, and yet somehow I really do feel connected when you guys jump on here, and I hope you do too. I've got some good words of hope for you, and so I just want you to take a moment. Pretend you're sitting right there in the chair next to me, and let's talk about some hope. Let's talk about maybe even some tools, some truths, some words that can help us get through this time. Yes, exactly, struggling. Yes, my friend, you are not alone. That is a common thing that I'm hearing, that I'm seeing in my clients. It's okay. It's okay. Hopefully something will touch your spirit today. So many issues right now, right? So many. I will also beg your not forgiveness. That's not even right. I will welcome your grace, because I hit the pool really hard last week, like a lot of classes and doing 2-a-days and things like that in the pool. And I think I had 1 day of running. Well, today I couldn't sleep. I got up early even though I didn't need to, and that was just on my heart. So I went and ran my 5K, and yeah, I finished it. We can say that much. I did it. And isn't that how it is sometimes when the Lord puts something on our heart, and in worldly terms or in measurements, we don't feel like we did very well. But here is your first little bit and nugget of hope. And that is obedience unleashes that favor and that blessing from God. I'm going to say it again. Obedience unleashes, opens up that favor and that blessing from God. Case in point, you may or may not know that on Thursdays and Fridays here in McPherson, hometown, from 11 to 11:45, we do a praise and worship time. We usually have, a little bit of a teaching. We take communion. It's a beautiful, blessed time. People can social distance if they want. Good morning. But still, it's a way to get out in nature and still have that fellowship with believers, but do it safely. And so it's been a real blessing. But see, here's the thing. What I have done is I have always depended on other people's music, because I hid behind the excuse of, well, people want to sing what they know, and my stuff isn't polished enough, my stuff isn't good enough to share. All of those lies that are from the enemy, I was just full on eating those up. Okay, so it really came to a head last week, and in my spirit I heard no uncertain terms, the time is now. Take the training wheels off. What? So I'm like, oh, okay, Lord, well, that must mean like over here in this other area. Like, surely you don't mean that you want me to go live doing our own original stuff. Really? What? Now hear me out. I have a little keyboard that was a blessing that I was even able to get. So I have that. But the keyboard is somewhat limited, and I don't even know everything it can do. So like, we aren't even starting from zero, people. We're like negative. Do you understand how I laughed? I was Sarah. I was laughing. Like, you're going to give me a kid now? This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any earthly sense. But Kim and Cassie, the other two gals that we do this worship with, we were all feeling the very same thing. So we did it. We jumped in. I grabbed a song. I've been writing songs. And so I grabbed one and played it for the first time yesterday live. And, we did it. Like, we didn't do it. We were obedient to step out in as much as we could step out. Okay? And I think sometimes we get hung up on that step. It is like free falling, a la Tom Petty. We walked off that cliff together. A Thelma and Louise moment. Okay? That I'm trying to tell you how it felt to hit that live button. And I know that I'm going to be doing chords. And here's the thing. And this is a second little nugget of hope. If God is putting something on your heart to do, then He's going to be all up in that. You say, well, okay, I'll give you that. You're following me, right? You're following me so far? Well, if He's all up in that, how on earth, how in heaven, how anywhere could you possibly fail? Now, am I saying that that performance is going to win us a Grammy? Oh, come on, people. Don't make me laugh. No. There is so much on our part work to do, and there's so many things that we have to do better. That I have to do better. Come on. But see, we took what we knew, and I heard in my spirit, He said, you can go ahead and you can play a C chord on your little keyboard, and it will be blessed. Because He will be working. He said, I'm going to be working through that chord. And He said, newsflash, they're not coming to see you anyway. Like, Holy Spirit is the star of the show. Okay? And so we just took that leap of faith, and I think some of you are maybe at that crossroads, and you're like, if I take that leap of faith, I don't know what's going to happen. Well, guys, that's kind of the definition of a leap of faith, right? Let me ask you, how has it worked out for you having that control on everything? Has that been good? Are you at least willing to say that maybe there's a better way? Maybe you could try trusting in Him? I'm telling you, if you do, if you step out, it is the most freeing, powerful feeling. And let me tell you why. Because you have a self-confidence that comes from a true self. Have you ever thought about that? Self-confidence comes from self. But if you don't have that foundation of who you are, whose you are, your purpose, all those good things, all those tough questions, morning Peggy, that you have to ask and answer, have answered in your heart, you're not going to have confidence. Right? If the confidence comes from self, the self has to know where it stands. It all goes back to Papa. We can all trace it back to Papa. So that is your little bit of encouragement that I was supposed to share, is to take that leap of faith. Now, it will be scary, and you're going to see areas, you're going to have areas pointed out to you that you need to improve on. Okay, so do it. Do it. It will be a process, my people. It will be a process. Okay, little bit, I will close with an excellent reminder during this time of, can I just say hate? There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of unkindness going on right now. And like my grandma used to say, if you can't say anything nice, then best not say anything at all. How lovely would the world be if we could get back, just have a little bit of that. Just even a little bit. But here's something that might help you as you're just slapped in the face with all of this negativity of the day. I want you to never ever forget, don't make the mistake of hating people. Okay? The people are not the enemy. Don't mistake the people for the enemy. Now, come on. I know you're already going on that debate trail. Some of you are just like, well, the people are the enemy. People might be acting, representing the enemy. But I guarantee you that they are a child of God, and they're made in His image, and we're called to love. And that is not popular, because I can just hear y'all saying, you don't know what he said, you don't know what she said, you don't know what he did. No. But I do know that we are called to love. We're called to love. And we're called to look at these people through the lens of heaven. And like it or not, Jesus went to the cross for them, just like He did for you. Bam. Right? Tough stuff. Tough stuff on a Saturday morning. But heck, if I can go out and run 3 miles, 3.1 miles, then we can have a little attitude adjustment. So for all of you struggling, send me your prayer requests, and I will count it a privilege to go to Papa and bring those before Him. Good morning, Tina. And if there's anything else that you would like to talk about, if there's, any questions you have on me and my writing songs, I'm working on getting them published, and I'm working on an album, putting them together. I'm working on all the things that He's telling me to work on that I know nothing about, and yet He keeps giving it to me, so I'm going to keep walking. All right, my friends, I love you so much. Just remember that when no one, feels like no one else does, you've got this crazy little red-faced girl in Kansas that does. Okay? Okay. So take care, and we will talk to you soon. Remember, you are so welcome. Be blessed so that you can be a blessing. Bye-bye.